How do you call this kind of art?
I call it like, freestyle illustration, this kind of like line art.
I love this freestyle art.
Thank you, man.
Do you think you can write like a La Revue Automobile in this
Here,
level?
yeah. Let me just see how to spell it. Give me 1 second. Okay. La Revue Automobile. Like that?
Yes. Okay, well, I think we're gonna have some trouble. Wow. Nous sommes à New York, la veille du salon de l'automobile, de New York Auto Show, et nous sommes avec l'Ineos Grenadier, un 4x4 anglais tout-terrain avec un moteur 6 cylindres en ligne BMW de 3 litres.
Hey, wait. Did they subscribe yet?
Ah oui, c'est vrai. Est-ce que vous êtes abonné ou pas?
You gotta press like. Press the like button.
Mettez un pouce en l'air. Voilà, comme ça. C'est bien. Abonnez-vous, likez, sharez, comme on dit ici. C'est sa 3e année au Salon de New York. Il a customisé une Ford, une McLaren et même une Bugatti. Rencontre avec Alex Alpert, illustrateur freestyle, qui va nous montrer et nous parler de son art. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Thanks for having us with your car. Tell us about your inspiration.
Sure. Yeah. So I've been working with Ineos, the company, talking to them about their origin story around when this car was invented, because it's just a few years old. And the founder actually named it the Grenadier after his favorite pub in London, where he was sitting when he came up with the idea for the car.
Okay.
So stories around that, stories around African safaris, which is a big inspiration for the design of the car. As you'll see it, the ladder in the back and the inside, all of those components kind of are going to inspire me in the artwork that I make.
Have you driven this in New York City?
I have, yes. I've been driving it all around the city. Drives really nice. It's pretty fun to drive it. Everybody's being like, what's that? What are you driving? It's pretty cool.
What's the name of the color of the car?
It is called Eldoret Blue. I really like it. I think it's a very unique color, and I'm going to be doing the artwork in black, which I think will look really nice on the blue.
Can we have a little preview of your art? How do you work?
Yes. So normally I'll kind of start at a beginning point, and I'm following the chassis of the car. I'll use an acrylic paint marker. And
how is it going to stay on the car?
So the paint itself bonds really nicely with the car paint. They didn't put a top coat on top of the car paint. So
just for you.
Just for me. So the paint that I'm using is going to stick really nicely to it. And then on top of that, they're actually going to be putting a clear coat on top of the art that I create, and that's going to make it even more permanent.
Do you have a specific theme in your mind when you do that, or do you work with the inspiration?
It's a combination. I do have themes in mind, in that for this car, I know nature, off-roading, mountains are a big part of, this car's use. And I want to make sure I'm incorporating nature elements and the outdoors. So that's kind of why I'm making this landscape over here. But at the same time, I have
the skyline
themes that I get the skyline in there. And I also have themes that I always put into my artwork, including like music. I'm always.
Do you do any music?
I do, yeah. I play piano, guitar, a singer, yeah.
I'm also a pianist. So
all right.
It's nice. What kind of piano do you play?
Jazz piano, classical piano. I was in bands growing up.
Oh, that's nice. I love jazz music.
Yeah, so all of these things, and also kind of faces, eyes, things like that, just kind of often appear.
How long it's gonna take to, I guess you're planning to cover it all?
I'm gonna cover the whole thing.
How long it's gonna take?
I draw kind of quickly because, I'm doing it kind of freestyled and it's not planned.
Okay.
But I also want to make sure I'm here for about 5 days, and I want to make sure I don't finish too soon, because I want to it's a nice spectacle for people to kind of look at during the show. So I'm pacing myself so I don't move too fast, you know.
Will that car be yours in the end?
We'll see. I hope so. I think the plan is they want to take this to different art shows and fairs and maybe Art Basel in Miami, maybe Pebble Beach.
So this car might travel all around the world.
It definitely will. Yes, it's going to travel, be a nice little combination of a car exhibit and an art exhibit.
Is there any fantasy car you wish one day to custom?
I've been very lucky, you know, in that I did the McLaren, I did the Bugatti. You know, there's not much further you can go from there. But this was a really fun one because it's a different kind of car. It's like off-roading. It's very rugged. It's a new brand of car, which I think is a lot of fun for me because I can kind of, you know, feel like I have an impact on its development. And I also got to, you know, meet the founders and, you know, all the people involved and work very closely with them in like brainstorming the design. So, you know, this is definitely going to be up there with one of my favorite cars that I've made artwork on.
Let's say one person buys a car. Can he ask you for customization?
I've done it. Yeah. So I've made cars for collectors. One of the Bugattis that I did was bought by a collector. I've also had people have me do motorcycles and helmets and
helmets.
Yeah, driving gear. Tomorrow I'm going to have a Chapal leather jacket that I'm going to create artwork on too. So
do you have a specific idea of how you're going to customize it?
The Chapal?
Yeah.
Well, that was also very cool because I got to speak with the Chapal family, who have owned it going back generations. And similar to this, I asked them about the history and different key points in the history that they would want incorporated into the artwork. So I have a lot of, you know, things written down that I'm going to use for the artwork.
So you will have the Chapal jacket.
Yes.
You will have this car.
Yep.
What's left to customize?
Oh man, I don't know.
I use the shoes.
Tomorrow I'll have the shoes.
Really?
Tomorrow I'll have the shoes. Yeah. I do a lot of shoes. Let's see. I do a lot of stuff. I'm doing the helmets for some of the U.S. Olympic ski team.
Okay.
I'm doing surfboard for a surfboard company.
That's nice.
A lot of murals, a lot of walls I'll be doing. I'm going to Europe in June to do footballs in Spain. Nice. So yeah, whatever I can draw on and they let me, I like to draw.
So if people comes these days for the New York Auto Show with an object, a sketchbook, whatever, can they come to you and ask for a signature or any customization?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to.
So we'll be happy to see you tomorrow for the first day of the New York Auto Show.
Yeah.
And we look forward to see all your work. And thank you very much for introducing us your art.
Yeah, my pleasure. We're just getting started. The whole thing's going to be covered pretty soon.
So I guess people should be careful if they park outside.
I guess so. You never know, man.
Attention, si vous vous garez n'importe où à New York, vous risquerez de retrouver votre voiture en état de camouflage.
All right. We are here at the Classic Car Club. They have a really beautiful bar, restaurant over there, a lounge.
Wow.
But I'm going to show you my favorite part, which is right over here.
Ah ouais.
All of the cars from the collection. It's really cool, huge space.
Wow.
I like it because...
How is it called here?
What's that? I'm sorry.
What's the name of this place?
I would just call this the main room of the Classic Car Club. You know, this is where they have their events. Like, they'll clear out the cars and, you know, do viewing parties for Formula One races. They've even set up boxing rings in the middle and done, like, fight night here.
What's your favorite car among the ones here?
There's so many amazing ones.
Let's
What I
say-
really
let's
like,
say you have
if I had to pick,
Yeah.
I'm just such a sucker for the McLaren.
Is that your favorite one?
I think just because this is actually the same type of McLaren I did my artwork on last year.
When you see this car, do you wanna take a pencil and?
I do,
start to-
man. Now I you know, I'm drawn to it, and I think this would look really cool with like some white artwork all along it.
I guess you already drove it.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
So if we have this car tonight in New York City,
Yes.
where should we go? I'm following you.
With
where
the
should we go?
McLaren,
Yeah.
you got to go, I'd say, like down the West Side Highway to like Soho area, maybe East Village. This would look pretty cool in East Village. It's a grittier area. It's tough in New York City because there's so much traffic. You're not going to be able to take it that fast.
So it's driving, no going to any place to have a
Just
drink.
drive it around.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'd take it down to like Soho to like Temple Bar. It's one of my
Okay.
favorite bars over there, cocktail lounge.
Should we go now?
I think we should, man. Let's do it. Got an old
Does the car
Bronco.
has to have a special color to be customized?
No, it doesn't need a specific color. The paints that I use come in pretty much any color. So, you know, I like things to be higher contrast. So if it's like a white car with black lines or a black car with white lines, that's what I did with the Bugattis, for example. But the Ineos is like a light blue. The McLaren I did last year was a light blue. I use a black so that it really stands out. I've even done I did a chrome car, which is like all with BMW for the Chicago Bulls, the basketball team, and it was like silver with black paint on it, which was kind of cool.
Where can we see all your art?
I'd say the best way to see my art is on my Instagram.
Tell us your
it's
name.
my name. It's Alex Alex.Alpert, ALP as in Peter, ERT. I also have a website, alexalpert.com. But I'd say Instagram is probably the best place to find me.
Is there any project to come that you can share with us?
I'm excited to do the helmets for the U.S. Olympic ski team. We're going to be in Italy next February in Milan for that, for the Olympics. I am going to Ibiza for a cool soccer-related project. I can't say all the details yet, but it's going to be
Okay.
really cool.
We'll follow you then on
yeah.
your project.
Another one in Croatia after that for another very cool car company. Singapore pretty soon.
Wow.
I'm excited to be doing stuff in different places in the world, and then always a lot of stuff going on in New York, in Miami, in Los Angeles.
We'll follow you then.
Yeah, so yeah, it'll be fun.
Thank you very much for introducing us into this beautiful place. And I think we will go and have a more detailed, in deep look into some cars.
Sounds good.
But we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, man.
Let's see you tomorrow at the New York Auto Show.
Sounds good. Pleasure,
Cheers.
man. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Ça fait 3 jours que le salon de New York est ouvert au public. Et là, on peut admirer le travail d'Alex Alpert qui a bien avancé sur la carrosserie avec toujours son motif et son dessin reconnaissable, comme il l'appelle, freestyle. Et pour ceux qui se demandent c'est quoi la voiture, bah c'est comme le pare-salut, c'est écrit dessus Ineos. Là, il a même écrit que c'est pour le New York International Auto Show. Par contre, je retrouve pas la mention de la revue automobile. Je vais lui demander de nous rajouter ça. L.A.
L.A.
La
Review. You like that?
On va avoir des problèmes là.
Tu vois, il va calme.